Welcome back, everyone, to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be the finale or not. I don't know how long we have. Some people did say that I might be a little overzealous, and it's actually quite long from here. If it gets down to it and we need to split it, I'm sorry. We'll just do the best we can. It's also storming like crazy outside behind me, so if you hear like rain or thunder, and if you hear me sneeze, I'm very sorry because somehow every time thunderstorms make me sneeze. Am I weird? Probably. But anyway, never mind that. Let's just get to the bottom of this and we'll do the best we can. I think we've got him on the ropes, but I think there's still some left. So I'm not sure what he's going to have us prove, but we're going to have to try. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. I mean, we're almost to the end. We've got to be. As if there's anything else for me to testify about. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Courtroom. We still have evidence that we haven't even used. That's the thing, right? Well, I would like to hear about your movements before the murder. Gosh darn it. This whole thing is about movements. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theatre Neutralis. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. So I went in and took my laxative because I have trouble pooping. Because I'm old. Because all I did was watch the Still Samurai stage show. Oh, is that where you pooped? Jeez, no wonder everyone left. Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. Yeah, maybe we can catch him in something. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place, for that is the key to the investigation. In the show? How are we going to do that? Gosh, we're going to have to see. The Still Samurai show. Okay, here we go. Oh, this good music, you guys. It is here. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. Just ask everyone if they saw a tree there. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Was that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared into this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. So you were in the theater proper watching the Still Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have great fondness for the Still Samurai. Do you? Yeah, I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool? It's the Still Samurai who's cool. Yeah, don't. Edgeworth's getting upset. Oh, shit. Yeah, and the Still Samurai special finishing move today was really something, huh? Huh? Hey, Edgy! Who is she? Who is this super cute girl? Stay away from her. First of all, I'm pretty sure she's too young for you. Second of all, don't. She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? Her name is Kay Faraday and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry I didn't get to introduce myself earlier, but better late than never. Yeah, so Kay, I'm Larry Buzz. Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Thank you, Franziska. Thank you. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got it? I know. This is the end. My only friend, the end. For that man there. I mean that tree. Let's just say what it is. That's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. That's the first time he called us by our name. Aw, Lang. Yeah, I like you too, buddy. He's trusting us. We gotta do it. I leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear. I will finish the job. We can do it. This really is the end game. The time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies. Oh, so the game's pretty much telling you this is it. Alright, the buttle. Let's do the butt. This could be the last butt we ever have. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I'm assuming I can still press everything. The bar is not flashing. The last row? I should think that an ambassador would have had special seating reserved. I wanted my staff to enjoy the Still Samurai show as well. Oh, well, aren't you a humanitarian? So I gave up all the good seats for them. It was enough for me to simply see him. Oh shoot, Wendy's here. Hey, the Still Samurai wasn't the only hero. Let's not forget about the Pink Princess here. You know, old bag, now that I'm looking at it, I could see you and Tree Man hooking up. What about it? You both old as shit. What? How about it, though? My dear madam, if you continue to thrust about like that, your hip may begin to hurt again. Boy, y'all, I know we have said this many times, but this game fucking delivers. This is the last bit. I've got to concentrate here And this man is spouting out shit like this. He has had, like, innuendo after innuendo, this tree man. Oh my! Well, aren't you the considerate person when you want to be? But this young butterfly's on the side of edgy poo, so you can spare me the flirtatious come-ons. Oh, she doesn't like him. What the fuck? You guys would look cute together, I think. No? Wow, he's completely frozen. In frustration, perhaps, I dare say she can be one rather trying opponent. In any case, Mr. Alba, can you actually prove to us that you were watching the show? I swear I was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that. I don't know, people might have noticed what you look like. Are you admitting then that you have no way of proving to us that you were watching? Quiet. You buzz in my ear like a pesky little fly. If you don't wish to listen quietly until the end of what I have to say, then perhaps you should pack up and get out of my way. Oops, Edgeworth, you got told. I see that you're willing to be a bit more receptive now. That's gotta be an innuendo. You guys, I'm not crazy, am I? Well, it's true that I may be difficult to prove that I was out in the audience. I do remember the contents of the show very well, though. Is that proof enough for you? Well, can you tell me more about it? Do we have anything to prove it against? Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. That's nice. Yeah, but did we really see it? That's nice. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. Ugh, I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And didn't you think the climatic scene of today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. That spectacular special move. What are they talking about here? The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate, early summer rain jab. Oh, that scene will live on in my heart forever. Is that how it went? I totally forgot about it. How can you forget your own special move? That's the special attack that the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the samurai spear. Yes, and today's was the first time they showed it off, was it not? If I hadn't watched the show, then how could I have answered you with the name of the move? I suppose you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. Wait a minute. One of the scenes was his never-before-seen early summer rain jab move. Wait a minute, did they say that he needed the spear for it? Wasn't the spear gone? Wait, am I nuts? Did he have the spear during the show? The spear was bent, wasn't it? Was it bent before or after? Did we figure that out? Hang on, we still have this. Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack. Get the hell out of here, tree man! What the fuck? I would have totally overlooked that. The special move today was the early summer rain jab. Is that your final answer? Jesus Christ. You little irritating gnat. Do you think you can trip me up by asking the same question over and over? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this. The samurai spear, what about it? This spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? Aw, bitch, I have got you where I want you now. Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. Larry is talking about you. In case you didn't know. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Kay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. Oh shit, bet you didn't know that there, tree man. Correct, because he couldn't use the spear, a last-minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known that move was used. Oh shit. Curses, Alba. You didn't watch a single minute of the Steel Samurai tonight, did you? Oh shit! Haha, so if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Cochin instead. Girl, you did it. Just say that you did it. So where were you during the show? I demand an answer now. Where were you? He's gonna make something up. I knew it! Huh. What's so funny? You're so sloppy. Oh, wait, what? Is that an innuendo? And so are your conclusions. The brass tacks music is back. I still insist that I watched his show, or most of it in any case. What do you mean by most of it? You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I knew that was coming in here somewhere. Old people gotta use the bathroom constantly, just as children. I assumed that when that dramatic scene was played out on stage. That's the lousiest, lamest excuse I ever heard in my life, pal. Gumshoe, didn't you make a similar statement? Just because he got the name of the move wrong. We can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. I guess not. Shit. What are we gonna do? As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I'd wanted to watch the entire show, honest. Then why didn't you just say that before? You could have just said that in the first place. As a Steel Samurai fan? Someone who wasn't even in his seat for the climax of the show. You have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever. Oh shit. This is how you push Edgeworth's buttons. Say that you're a Steel Samurai fan when you're not. He's such a freaking fan, bro. It's the best. Who's holding it? What are we holding? Hello? Who's holding it? What? Who was that just now? Who was it? What the fuck? Hello? It would be I, young lady. What? Larry, what are you doing? Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy! Just hold on for a second, I beg. You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samaniac. What exactly is a Steel Samaniac, pal? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai. Sir, Larry, we do not have fucking time for this, bro. Get out of here. I will never acknowledge you as a true Steel Samurai. What are you getting so worked up over, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it right? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan. As well he should, for I am a fan. It's not though as I missed the entire show. Is this really what we're debating now at the end of this? Are you serious? Come on, game. Boy, they are really dragging it. This is ridiculous now. It was a most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. Huh. The sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Ew. You right, though. That's disgusting. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need here is something more definitive. Something that links Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Manny Cochin. Well, do we have that? You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. Larry, stop. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain job. That move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about. Oh. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, wait, what did you just say? Huh? Did I say something stupid again? Did you just say that the early summer rain job was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Right before? Yeah, the stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. I see. About 5 minutes before the show, we threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain job, it's kinda how we decided the name of the move. But, by that time I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing is kinda pointless. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. So basically, because we changed the move to Sushi Slash, we kinda pretended that early summer rain job didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. Wait a minute then. Did you see that picture just before? The pushcart was there, in the room where they were discussing it with the whiteboard. That means that he was there at some point, doesn't it? It almost makes the early summer rain job sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move. What now? Hold those lips of yours still. What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time, much like a kid's show. You're talking very quickly now, trying to divert from what I already just found out. Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. Get him. How dare you! I suspect that you've already noticed exactly what the severe implications are in this man's testimony. Ha! So now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. I don't think so, dude. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Alba. You were the one who said it yourself that the name of the move was early summer rain jab. But that name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start. So? Just what are you driving at? That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud. How'd you know it? Were you there? Now then, would you care to tell us how you found out about the name of the move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. He was there. Alba, this is the only way you could have known the special move. You saw it. He was there in the room. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw it on the dressing room's whiteboard. Oh shit, what now? The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret, so you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means that the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard.
So, that means Mr. Alba was in the waiting room at some point, right?
But what's the big deal, sir? I don't see what it means. There is another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room, so we can't afford to let it slide.
This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Coachin's murder.
It's the pushcart, because it was there in the room we just saw it, right? Shoot, that's gotta be it. The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. There it is. During the show, the pushcart awaited its turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. Look there, you guys, look. It's all lumpy and stuff even then. So he was killed before the show even started. It has to be. So it was just used that way. And it was finally pushed there along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Alabasta along with Still Samurai. Which means that the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage.
So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show.
Precisely. What now? Oh shit, you losing a lot of your wood there, boy. I'm just saying that you are.
Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if the murder didn't take place in the dressing room?
What do you mean, Kay? I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room was supposed to be devoid of people. Anyone going in the private dressing room would stand out like sore thumb. I think he was already dead before that. Because the pushcart in the dressing room also looked lumpy, didn't it?
But despite that, the killer still managed to move the body with the pushcart.
Correct, and it is because of the setup of the theater's dressing room. It would be the ideal location for the murder of Manny Coachin. Yeah, so it must have been done in there before everyone got in there to discuss. Alba, during the show you went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why.
Oh, it was during the show. Oh, I'm stupid. What am I thinking? It's because he didn't see the last part of the scene. He had to do it before then, make the pushcart ready because it was going out after the final scene was over.
Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room
to take a pee.
I knew it. I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest. What now? Stop with the hand. Do not give me your hand. Not so fast. What is it now? Sir, don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? No. We've been giving you this chance. You've been giving us the runaround for 3 episodes now. Explain. What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. This is your fucking embassy, dude. Don't even try. I wanted to ask for directions, but when I opened the dressing room door, no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. I don't think so. You punk. Still trying to get out of this?
Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything you can do to stop him?
Ugh. I don't have enough evidence on hand to do anything.
We don't?
I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... What's going on? Agent Lang, I believe an investigation of the dressing room in question isn't... We're gonna go do that now? Jesus Christ! It's possible that we may find new evidence there. Yeah, if Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there, I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal.
Ooh, and if we use Little Thief, we may even learn something from a recreation.
We're gonna do all that. I guess you guys are right. This is probably not the finale. Holy shit. We don't need to do any of that. Oh.
What? Wolfie? How could you?
I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there.
My men really are something else.
And they found nothing?
There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, and it's that they found nothing. That's it.
Really? Oh no. Well, I guess it saves us some time. I guess you're right. If they'd found something, they would have reported it to us.
They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find.
And if there is no info to feed into Little Thief, I can't do much to help either.
Is this the end? The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights.
Wait, we still have more evidence we haven't used.
And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder. If I can't prove both statements to be true, Mr. Alba walks away free man. Is there no other course of action left to us? What are we gonna do? It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me, because of you people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one.
Well, who's holding it? Where are we holding? Is Holden here at the party? Hello? William Holden? Who is it this time?
Wendy, what? What you got there, girl? What's wrong? Quick hyperventilating.
Hold it right there, you whippersnappers.
What? First Larry, and now you?
What is it with that scary mobster-like scowl on your face, Edgeworth? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, but all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm about to cry in.
Why did you have to speak up right at this moment? Maybe she has something? Larry kind of had something important.
Wendy, you gonna save us? But you know what, Edgeworth, cheer up. Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing.
I don't want it. Whatever it is. The most wonderful thing. From you.
It's so super special that I couldn't give it away to just anyone you know. Oh, my present of love to my sweet Edgeworth. Are you ready? Is this?
Wait. What? A samurai dog. Well, didn't we see that earlier? Way earlier. What the hell are we gonna do with this? What does it mean? Everyone's dumbfounded. Me included. It's a box ditto samurai dogs, right?
Yes. Oh, Edgeworth, hello. Here, go eat on it and you'll feel as right as rain.
Ma'am, please. Oh my god, what do I do? Don't give me your wieners right now. Woman, this is important. Nobody knows what to say. Everyone's gobsmacked. Holy shit. Yeah, seriously. You want it? Are we through here? I don't know, dude. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? Edgeworth, tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you.
What is she trying to tell us?
I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know, no sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made sure you were nice and full one day. It's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade food. I mean, isn't it the desire of every woman to make sure that their beloved never goes hungry? And that's what I wanted to experience. One thing, though, a long time ago, they used to say that I made something with a delicious ingredient that I further... Mr. Edgeworth, can you do anything about her?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. Oh, shit.
I'm sick and tired of all you people. All you do is look down on me. Even this box of samurai dogs played me for a fool. It had a special design on its fan, like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. But when I ate one, it tasted just like all the rest. Ooh, it made me so mad.
Wait, a special box with a Hinomaru-like fan on it? I've never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. Don't we have one of these in our inventory? However, there is. The red rising sun on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? What? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there's no such thing as a rising sun dog. A rising sun... We're getting logic now? Okay, what do we do? This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The rays from this rising sun may be what we need to point us in the right direction.
A present?
Studio bigwigs basically tell us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move... Just to move them all. Wait a minute. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theater and then placed his body inside the... Oh my god, okay. Wait, hang on. And then, you force the Steel Samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together, no matter how fragile or small the connections may be. Once we've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. Edgeworth, what are we doing? Okay. Samurai dog's body in the pushcart, rising sun... Taken from the dressing room, the fan's rising sun is filled in. Okay. This is what I'm gonna try to do. That would make sense. Boxes of samurai dogs were sitting in the pushcart. That means that these two are linked. Oh shit, here we go. Dude, if I'm right about this. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Right. Therefore, the samurai dogs that were piled up all around the dressing room floor. Right, remember this image? Were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. The samurai dogs were removed. Dogs were put on the dressing room floor by the killer to make room for the body. Oh my fucking god. I think I have it. So obviously these are linked. Guys, am I crazy? I know what they're getting at. You gotta be shitting me though. Who would have noticed? That which should not exist is a box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it. If this red rising sun was filled in when the killer was busy removing the dogs from the pushcart, then it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe to... It's either blood from Manny, or what if it's from Alba himself? Remember, he got wounded. Yo! It's gotta be one of those two. Wendy Oldbug? Oh, he's bowing to her. Why, thank you. What you've given to me is truly something very special. Edgy Poo! Mr. Edgeworth? You sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Cochin in the dressing room. Don't just put the hand down, please. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate with some definitive evidence. Tuh, that arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that could incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and it will put you away for good. Ha! You're bluffing. Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found him. You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's jugular. Tell us, what about the box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away? The trace evidence that will bring him down? Why, it's here. We have to look at it, right? Yes. So how could it be that the spot of blood went right where it needed to be? What kind of irony is that? This part is just the same as all the rest of the boxes, but there is one spot in particular on this box that seems off. What exactly is it? It's the 7-Up cool spot, of course, right here. This box of samurai dogs with a rising sun fan on it, this should never have existed. So I want you all to take a look at this spot. It's a single drop of blood. How could that have actually happened in real life, though? Isn't that crazy? What? Blood, you say? Agent Lang, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste. I've got to admit I'm a bit surprised. I can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this down to the lab pronto.
But why was there blood on the box to begin with?
If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. Larry, you said that you transported the samurai dogs with the pushcart, correct? Oh, yeah, you have a great memory, Edgy. That pushcart was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? So to make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. I figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly, and that is when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. But when my men investigated the room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there, because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, no doubt to hide the evidence of the murder.
It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame.
What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal it. I received it from myself. Curses Alba, I'd say this was one very fatal oversight on your part.
He's still not backing down.
Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however. How can he be so self-confident in a no-win situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Courtroom, then what?
Huh. So, Mr. Edgeworth, it sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh?
The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And? You say that like it means something.
Huh? Doesn't it? Sorry, doesn't it mean something?
Excuse me, sirs. Are you back already? Wow, nice job. Report. What were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this cursus Alba. What? What the fuck? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. No? Your question? The one from before, have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Courtroom's blood, what difference would it make?
I don't think it's his. I think it's actually yours. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only way we're going to nail him, right? It has to be his. Because he's going to say that, oh, anyone could have killed Mr. Courtroom. His blood's everywhere. Like we already told you, it proves the crime scene was in the dressing room.
Yeah, but can you prove that it was him? But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's... Ugh, he has a very good point. The blood on the box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer.
But whose blood is it? Then, this evidence is meaningless?
That can't be. We were so close, sir.
I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's got to be something we can do.
We finally found a solid piece of evidence. There must be something I can expose.
We can't figure out whose blood it is?
I can't think of a single thing.
Shut up. Oh my gosh.
Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Wait, we're holding it again. Who's coming to our defense this time? Who is it? Oh, hello. Polino, are you here?
Who is that? I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. It wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me. It was me.
Ambassador.
Why did you... Oh, it wasn't the ambassador. He was here the whole time and I didn't even realize it. Oh my god, it's because he didn't say anything. I feel so bad. Because I haven't finished reporting everything to you, sir. There's more? What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not of the same blood type as the victims. What?
No.
Uh-oh. That's what we need. It's his, isn't it? I frickin' knew it. What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victims? If it isn't his, then who the hell's is it? I don't know, sir. All I know is it's not the same blood type as the victims.
What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore.
Neither do I. My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood drop proves something to be true, all right, namely my words. And which one of your words would that be? The ones where I said that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. Need I remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy?
What sort of nonsense?
Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related. So you would like to believe. But what if someone preparing the samurai dogs had a small nosebleed? What? Ew, it's nasty. I guess that's possible. Damn it. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. Curses Alba, you bastard. Talk to the hand. Silence. Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you and you have your answers. Now let me through.
No way, we can't let it go now.
Alba, it doesn't matter where you run off to. You'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sinking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me working to see that that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt.
Oh no! He's gonna get him now. Slap him.
What are we gonna do? Is this really the extent of all we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? I don't think so. Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? That's it, Edgeworth. That's gotta be what it is. Just when I thought I had him blocked into a corner, it is I who's been backed into one. In a situation like this, what would that man do? What would he who can turn any desperate situation around do? Is he talking about Phoenix? Turn it around. That's it! I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood, is it? It's whose blood could get onto the box like this, and if I think about it that way... If the blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart, then the owner of said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. You've got it, Edgeworth, you've got it. And there's only one person it could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live out the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky.
We're not letting him get away with that.
You can't lay a finger on me, not now, or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me.
I don't think so. Come on, Edgeworth, we gotta get him.
Huh. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful? How so? Cursus Alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who is trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you. Ha! Mere words.
What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth?
Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back. With an incredibly powerful, definitive piece of evidence. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood.
But we know it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains relevant to the case at all.
Miss Von Karma, I believe that that's exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood.
You sweating over there now, tree boy?
You're looking a little pale. Good. I believe you're already aware of what I mean. Then you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks.
The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person.
Belongs to Cursus Alba. Yup. It's very obvious now. The blood of the rising sun on this box belongs to you, Cursus Alba.
What?
What?
Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim.
The blood fell into the box when Mr. Cochin's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. If the blood doesn't belong to the victim, then there's only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Cochin was the only one who was stabbed, sir. Why was Mr. Alba have the one who's been bleeding? What if during the murder Mr. Cochin had fought back?
You mean, if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Cochin managed to wound him?
Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then.
What is the piece of evidence that shows Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time?
Don't we have it exactly as a wound? Don't we have it in here? It's right here.
Mr. Alba claims it's proof he was stabbed by Damask too, so it was justified defense. So that was a lie.
Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound. That was from when Damask 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room.
Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it. I can't accept it as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? He doesn't want to do it. You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip by, no matter no matter how insignificant the possibility. You want to talk, Mr. Alba? You've managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as the smuggling ring's leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. Oh, here we go, though. This has got to be it. You truly are one-of-a-kind criminal. I'm the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you could miss such a large thing. What does that mean? Is that an innuendo? Oh. You believe I've overlooked something. You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Courtroom, and that it was caused here in one of the theater's dressing rooms. Yes, that is correct. I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound and one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you would propose that such a weapon came from.
Ah, this theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Excuse me.
Just as Mr. Alba was able to bring in the alabaster knife and a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a... Wait, sneak in a weapon! It is possible, isn't it? Wait. Isn't it? Where is it? Guys. Guys. It could be this. He had it on him. Didn't he? Oh, I hope I'm right about this. As long as you can't prove what that other way is. Oh, you'll talk about Mr. Coachin stabbing me as peanut... He had it on him. It was in the room. So if that other way does exist, you better hurry and tell me now.
We will. Edgeworth already knows. With pleasure.
Wait, what?
This piece of evidence shows us how Mr. Coachin brought a weapon into the theater.
You guys. It has to be this. Oh my god. It all comes back to this? Yo, please let me be right. Please. Among law enforcement, this piece is known as the Autogras's key. That key!
That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago.
And it is very unique in that it is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key, it could have been easily brought into the theater.
Oh shit! No freaking way!
You couldn't dispose of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Coachin's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document about Cordopian paper signed by Mr. Coachin. In order to make it look like Mr. Coachin died as the leader of the smuggling ring, you had to make it so that the police were the ones who opened the office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Kersis Alba? Surely he's got to back down now. Is he gonna let us do it? If not, then he's guilty. Oh shit. Oh shit. Y'all! And that is what some may call the coup de grace. Impossible! You can't take me down! Swine! All of you! Especially Manny Coachin! This is all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to still control the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador, which is why he deserved to die for bearing the guilt for all my crimes for me. That's why I sent out the Atagaras's card and how this incident was born. Manny was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader who was killed by the Atagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that was supposed to play out. Manny's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kid. Okay, nice Scooby-Doo reference there, old ass. Stop with that. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there's one more question I forgot to ask. Is there? Is he gonna answer it? This country's, or Alabas, which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you. Oh shit. Edgeworth's sticking it in there. Edgeworth! Oh my, uh-oh, he's burning up. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, he's a zombie. Oh, he's petrified wood. That's what it is. Oh shit. Oh, did we actually do it? We're back here in the court. Oh my goodness, you guys. We've done it. This is it. The big day. It's Mr. Alba's trial today. And next week he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabas. Francisca's heading that one. I suspect I'll be serving a full court with lashes for it. Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir? Ugh, I don't even want to think about what that would be like. I caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. Boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Alba's secret agents.
Correct. That smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents.
Oh god, all of them! You guys, all of them were related in the game. That's amazing.
Camille was to provide support during smuggling ops using her job as an attendant. Mr. Portsman was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor.
Oh, I fly airlines and even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe from the smuggling ring, huh?
I suspect there are even more members of the ring spread throughout the world.
Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like.
That's amazing though that they really spun it this way. What is a detective?
Nothing, it's just... Well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Armino's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir.
I'm aware of that. Mr. Armino had been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Armino Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring.
Wow, all of it, guys. Every single one. This is amazing.
But all of that has come now as the end of this conglomerate is now under glowing house scrutiny. Wow, I can't even talk. We've done a lot of talking, to be fair. I owe Mr. Armino a debt of gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society.
Well, with the arrest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Armino, I guess that about wraps up the KGA incident as well, huh?
I suppose so. The real killer in the KGA incident 10 years ago was Manny Cochin. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG incident was Mackerel. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today.
You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir?
He's doing great. CCU indeed, man. Perhaps now these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Polano. Oh, look at him, isn't he lovely? Shrimp, crab, beef, I don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you.
What? Seriously, sir?
Oh, Edgeworth, isn't that wonderful? He's gonna be so happy.
Wait, actually, I don't think I want him anymore. The way you're holding them, don't tell me they're just coupons or...
Oh, I thought they were real. Detective Gumshoe, if you've not read the paper recently, ever since the two countries became Codopia again, its economy has changed.
Really?
And it seems that Ambassador Polano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He has been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified Codopia.
Oh, that's wonderful. What a pity. Even though every item sent is a treasure, you don't seem at all interested. If you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant Kay. Wait, that's not what I said. Mr. Edgeworth, let me have them, sir.
Who was that talked just then?
Actually, come to think of it, where's Kay? How come she's still not here?
She's right there. She slipped in. Hey, you gotta be more alert than that.
Ah!
I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. Oh, it was her.
I totally didn't notice you, or realize that voice was you. Lang Z says ferocious love blooms within each new spring.
Aw, Wolfie, how you doing? Agent Lang, a pleasant surprise to see you here.
Take those damn things off! It's been a long time since I set foot in a courthouse, but I wasn't gonna miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him.
You must be so happy. Wolverine.
Well, that's something else. I want to see you in action in court.
Is that so, Agent Lang?
We flushed out all the counterfeit bills, so Zengfa's finally at peace again. It's all thanks to you, so I just want to say thanks.
Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. If you hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights, I would not have been able to bring him to trial. Everyone helped a lot, even Oldbag and Larry. Who would have thought? I believe the victory belongs to both of us in this case. Oh, Lang.
Shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you, prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change, you got that?
I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job.
Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. But as for me, I'm gonna get that person no matter what.
Alright. It's about time for the trial to start. I'll see you later.
I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. Looking forward to it. I prepared a whole ton of ticker tape for today's victory, sir.
I'll help throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins.
they're referencing the confetti you get at the end of the court cases. I hope you got enough, because I'm going to go call my men up as well. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way.
He doesn't need the fanfare. Phoenix likes it, though. Oh, this is fantastic.
The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. Do we get to see what's happening in there? Oh, these three. The legend of the great thief Yatakarasu. It's a story of those who chose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that's all we prosecutors are. And that is because... well, here we are. Back where we belong. Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I set foot in one. Today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising.
Yeah! Yo! You guys! This was so great! Oh man! You know what? I'll leave it. It's a long episode. It's the finale. Oh, we get to see everything again. Back from day one. It was so strange from the beginning, you guys. This was so strange. I am really in Mr. Edgeworth's step for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet and they've become a real sensation. That's wonderful. Thanks to the praise the art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design their new line of iFly jumbo jets.
I can only imagine.
Just think, someday you'll be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet.
That sounds like a euphemism, but whatever. Guys, this was so good. I was worried about it at first because it played so differently. I really was. I wasn't sure. Oh, he's still at it, is he? This guy. Oh, dear. What's he up to? Edgeworth! Ah, that rudeness of a rude man! Because of him, my time and money are wasted. But more importantly, I received a most fantastic treasure recently, the prima-due statue of the Principality of Codopia. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Polena was most generous.
Oh, he gave him the fake one? He must have done. Yeah, but honestly, this game played out very well, and I really enjoyed it. Really did. Franzi, what you doing, girl? You whipping people left and right, of course. Give me a game with Franzi. We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. Feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. Good job, Fran, you did it. However, the Codopian courts await.
She gotta go do that first.
She's a busy lady. Codopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there.
I need a game with Franzi as the front runner. Can we have that, please? I think people would play that even now, even though it's been so long since these games were released. Let's have it.
Kay, what you up to, good darling? What you doing? Doing something fun?
Oh, Meekins. This little patrolman has been fired as of today, sir. Of course. I thought it was safe since we found the gun I dropped. Oh, but I hadn't noticed that I dropped my police badge, too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge.
Oh, no.
My life has suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir.
Oh, guess that's normal.
I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles Man.
Ruffles Man. Yeah, guys, I loved this so much. I hope you did too. I really do.
Now, I know that there's another one, and I will play it because everyone's asked. But I have a question for you. What do I play first?
Aw, girl! I'm so glad to see you. Holy crap. I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth for a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. You're going back, Emma. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm gonna do it as a real forensic scientist.
Yo, give me a game with her, too. Her and Franzi, Kay?
I'm sure he's gonna need all the help I can give him scientifically.
Yo, give me that game with the girls.
Let's have it. Yeah, so do I play Trials and Tribulations first, or do I play Edgeworth too?
Guys, put that in the comments, I want to know. What do you think? Don't say why, just put what you want.
Oh, girl, you alright? Because of the kidnapping stage, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon, but that's really okay.
Don't cry. The only prison I'm trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty. He has such a cold look in his eye, just like that prosecutor, huh? God, she's like me. Oh, stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? She is horny on main just like I am, let's be honest. I don't cry as much as her, though. So it's sad to say. Oh, man. Oh, here we are. Come on, man. Oh, there's Manfred, look. He's there, too. Oh, Judge, how's your face? How is your beard?
It appears there are all sorts of drama that takes place in a courtroom since we judges are here day in and day out. I've only heard a few rumors, but... apparently, Mr. Edgeworth teamed up with a thief and became a detective.
That happened.
Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something.
Yo, I would play that game too. Let's just be honest. I would absolutely do it. Yeah, let me know which one. In the timeline of things, let me know which one would be better. I heard that Trials and Tribulations makes a lot of sense after this, but I also heard that Edgeworth 2 goes right after this. Maybe? Oh, Maggie, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, gosh, bless, I love her so much. You alright? She's good. Well, I barely escaped death yet again. Yeah, but boy were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job. Of course. Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You still got me. Aw, bless these two. You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm gonna pick myself up and get through it. I wonder what my next job should be. Ooh, this is actually kind of fun. Oh, she's such a good spirit, isn't she? Yeah, let me know in the comments which one you want. It'll probably be a while before I play another another investigations game. It was a little hard doing this and Danganronpa at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit tricky. Oh, how you doing, Mass Salesman? Why not come over to Kadobia for your summer vacation? We have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Wonderful. Although recreating that particular case has created a few small fires of its own. Then we had a few problems with the fire marshals, but the next event will be great. Please don't burn down your country. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yacht to Garasu, of course. I hope to enlist Kay's help in creating our latest attraction. Sure, she'll help. Yeah, I'm gonna take a small break from these games. Just a little bit. I'm gonna let Danganronpa 2 run, V3, sorry, not 2, run by itself. Just for a little bit so I can have a small summer break. So that'll be running Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday as usual. I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon and start a business. Oh, Jesus Christ, Larry. We're gonna sell Blue Ocean dogs. They'll sell like hotcake hot dogs for sure. Okay, you do that. A blue hot dog and a blue bun, I guarantee it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. I don't know, I'm not really the type to work a lot at all, really, but... Oh, yeah, so I noticed I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. Phoenix! I wonder what's up. Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. That is a euphemism, and you better screen capture that. Holy shit. Yeah. Please allow me to let Danganronpa V3 run for a while. That will be the only LP running for a couple of weeks, just to give me a small summer break, because I kind of need it. I've been a little burned out. And then I'll stream Tuesday and Thursday as well as usual. Today I gave testimony in court as a member of the Yatakurasu. How did it go? Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have begun moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Yeah, probably. It's probably quite a stir. Though to be honest, I wish I could forget I ever heard of the smuggling ring. Like Z says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you through yet. Oh, he said I'll get you all. Youth. When did I become so old, I wonder? It's okay, Grandpa, we love you. I've begun noticing the gray hairs in my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring in my mirror. Probably don't need it anymore, do you? Yeah, like I was saying, please allow me a small summer break. I really appreciate it. Couple weeks, 3 weeks would be fantastic. DRV3 is very long, so it's going to continue as normal. And then we'll start something new. I don't know if it's going to be a Phoenix game or an Edgeworth game right away. Let me marinate on that. I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's all right because I got a letter from my beloved Edgepoo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien and then some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was the Pink Princess, a great hero of justice, but ever since then I was a young maiden, a stylish hat on my head, so maybe now, but wearing my own costume or something, even that sounds like a terrible idea. Oof. Yeah, I've done a lot of speaking. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I really enjoyed it so much. I really did. Oh man. Do we have a scene? We sure do. What's happening? Back in the office. Back to work as normal. Oh, I feel so much better now that the trial's over. And as always, your league of prowess was top-notch, sir. Yeah, and nothing beats the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring secret. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom. Mr. Edgeworth's always 10 times fiercer in court. Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations to clean up the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to leave to Francisca and Agent Lang. So, what are your plans now, Kay? Oh, well, we've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Are you still trying to steal my job?
Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy.
Oh, what a relief.
Yeah. But Kay, I want to see you again, though.
Kay?
Yes?
Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief?
Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Yatagarasu. So, I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own.
A 3-person team? Are we going to do that again, I suppose?
A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me if possible.
Yo, I just said it. I know they're a little bit older, but Franzi, Emma, and Kay. Game. Capcom, make this happen for me or else. With those criteria, I highly doubt you'll find the 2 other people you need.
My father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's what was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, the only things I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away.
Aw, that's great, Kay.
I'm gonna work extra hard to make a world where the Yatagarasu isn't needed.
Huh. Let's both strive for such a future. It's lovely.
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going.
I see. Kay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in.
If you could, I'd appreciate if you came in through the door. It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home's been broken forever.
Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture, just the 3 of us.
Yeah, a commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one. That's a throwback, but yes, it does. I need my photo, please. Edgeworth's not having it. No.
Hey, why not?
Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, detective.
Come on, let's take it. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking the picture now.
He's gonna look real, grumpy, isn't he?
Hey, come back here.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this. Aw, man. Hey, Detective Gunshoe. He's holding him.
Stop that.
Oh, oops. I can't be seen doing that.
Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese.
Let's see it. I bet it's so damn cute. Oh, come on. Where is it? And thus the long tale of the KG8 incident came to a close. It saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. This is so sweet. But there's little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. The reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth, and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. Like Phoenix, someone who has chosen to live my life as a prosecutor. That is my new creed. That's great, Edgeworth.
Oh, look at oh my god.
I love it. I love it. I love these games. I love these games so much. Oh man. So good. So good. All right. Are we there? We are. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you watched the whole thing through and it was great. It was a very long last case. Maybe it could have been a little bit less long.
But, the endings are always worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me. I enjoyed having you guys with me so much as usual. Again, give me a couple of weeks to run DRV3 by itself, just so I can have a couple of days off a week for summer. I would really appreciate that. That would be great for me. And then we will return with another LP. I won't let you know what it is just yet. You'll have to think. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. Take care. I'll see you soon. Toodaloo.